We are live. We are live on
Man,
that
early,
Sunday.
bro. Early,
Yeah.
bro. Looking at this
Uh,
little display thing. It says I'm in the show, but earlier it says you're backstage. I'm like, how am I backstage? Like, I'm the co-host.
you're the co-host. You're the co-host. You're on the stage, man. No one's behind the stage. The
Kind of like
Retro
that.
Brothers.
Chris Brown look at me now. It's all like, I don't know why you hating outside the club. You can't even get in. Like,
Bro, this is showtime at the Apollo, and the Retro
right.
Brothers, yes, 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 are front and center on the
Yes,
stage. We,
sir.
we got Sinbad, who you can't see, folks. He's on the right, about to host the
Right.
Retro Brothers.
Ooh.
Oh man, but yeah. Oh, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. And yes, yes, yes. Hope everyone's doing well. Want to welcome everyone back to another edition, episode 5. Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
the
Let's
Retro Brothers podcast. Man, let's give it a round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen. We made it. Ooh man,
Ooh.
making moves. We making moves out here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, honestly. Yeah, so as always, I'm going to thank everyone who's been listening and tuning in to the podcast. Honestly, it's a great delight for Richie Rich, RichManZ, and also GQ Jamal to always come back and give you that fire content.
Yes. Big thank you to everyone
Yes,
who's been listening to the podcast.
yeah, yeah, so GQ, tell me, how's everything been? How's your week been going? Let the people know.
Uh, Everything's going well this week, bro. In Iowa, like it's starting warm up, but then we get that one random day where the weather drop, just drop. When you're out you're on the top of the roller coaster, it just drops,
Oof,
but then it picks back up.
we've been
That's
there.
the weather in Iowa, but yeah, man, my week going pretty good, man. Just kick
Excellent.
back with the
Excellent.
family. That's it.
Nice. Yeah, that's what's important, honestly,
How
spending
about
time
how
with the
about
family.
yourself?
Oh man, where do I begin? So folks, RichManZ took a trip to NYC. See how I did that? I mean, listen, I did that.
NYC, New York.
NYC, yes. We went to Manhattan, y'all. We went to Manhattan, y'all.
That is dope.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a place. As I was speaking to GQ just before we started recording, it's a very interesting, bright lights, gimmicks. Everyone there has a story. No matter who you meet, it could be the postman on Sixth Avenue. It could be the UPS driver who's going through traffic.
You got the random guy that's selling CDs, DVDs. Like, I
Yeah,
got the DMX baby.
yeah. Everyone you can find there, honestly. So everyone's coming there for the search of that American dream.
Yo,
So it's a place that everyone has to at least visit once
right.
in a lifetime. That's what he's saying. But yes, so GQ, yeah, New York City was great. Just was there on a short trip. See some friends, auntie of mine. But it's a great place, so great that I am planning to come there again in the summer for a longer
That's good.
vacation.
That's good.
Honestly, so perfect. So, folks, on episode 5, yes, we're on episode 5, season 2. We hitting it fast, we hitting it strong, baby, baby. So, on this one, the powers that be at Retro Brothers, decided to take a look at video games memories, video games, consoles, and of course even our favorite characters. We're gonna do like a whole talk on just like how the gaming experience has been for GQ Jamal and RichManZ. That's what we're gonna be looking at today.
God, deep in it.
Yeah.
Video games.
Oh man. Yes, yes. So as always, you're gonna hear GQ Jamal and RichManZ's first jump into the gaming so first experience. So GQ, what was first impressions of first video game? How was that for
Oh
you?
man, my first video game. Man, you make me go back to memory lane with this one, bro. Like, man, my first gaming console was a Sega Genesis. So
Okay,
I
right.
I think I was like 5. No,
Mm-hmm.
probably younger than that. But yeah, because I remember my sister. She had the Super Nintendo, and
Okay.
I had
Yeah.
a Sega Genesis. She was Team Mario, I was Team Sonic.
Oh man, the biggest battle of '90s
Yeah,
history.
but yeah, I just loved um my my Sega Genesis at the time. Like I had the Sonic the Hedgehog game. I fell in love with Sonic, man.
Man,
Um, just this blue hedgehog, just the fastest thing in the world. Collecting coins.
yes.
Uh,
Circles
like
going in this loop.
right, like how you're the fastest thing in the world, then you get knocked out and you lose rings. Like man,
Like,
like
I love that sound. That sound is just
right,
like, ooh, haunted. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Just Sonic the Hedgehog was just it was just that game at that time. Like it's similar. It was kind of similar like Mario,
Mm-hmm.
but um, I think it was more kind of more entertaining. Like one thing I loved about the Sonic series is the music.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah,
Shout out to the music
yeah,
in Sonic and even the games around that
soundtrack.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was slamming.
like when you think of the Green Hill zone, like
Oh, yeah, even GQ, very like even just the title when it says you're about to go Green Hill Zone, like I think level
yeah,
one, it just goes shoom Green Hill Zone, and then
right.
you forward Sonic. Oh man, gives me goosebumps thinking about these times.
Like yeah, like similar like Mario. Like you start off with what 3 lives,
Yes,
then like you have to like collect I believe like 100 rings to get to the special stage zone.
yes, yes. That special like bonus stage in
Right.
Mario. Yeah, yes,
Bro,
yeah.
I was in my 20s when I got all the 8 emeralds because I know when I was a kid, I was
Yeah.
trash
Oh
getting
man.
all the
Yeah.
like I could
Uh,
not get all of them.
you gotta let us know, Jiku Jamal, how what because so just similar like you, I had Mario on Sega Mega Drive, my
Yeah,
home Mega Drive,
because
and I had yeah, I we had that me and my younger brother we had Mega Drive. We had Sonic the Hedgehog one, and
yo,
the second one was when Tails gets
right,
introduced. So we used
I-
to bang this game out, Jiku, like
right,
crazy. But what would happen was we would do better in the Sonic games than in the
yeah,
Mario games. We always felt, I don't know
yeah,
what it was, it felt like we could not progress in the Mario
bro,
games.
bro. I had the first. I think I had all like the first 3 Sonics for Sega Genesis.
Oh,
Like
cool.
to me, like I enjoyed number one the most. Like two was
Mm-hmm.
cool. Two was cool,
It was
but
cool,
it
yeah.
just I know people put number two on the high pedestal,
Yeah,
but I just
yeah.
me personally I enjoyed number one.
Number
But
one.
I'm not knocking anything on number two, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people. I think even we were even going to talk about that, like the video games that got adapted to movies after.
right,
But I
yo,
believe the Sonic movies, just to be brief on it, the second live adaptation, it was very inspired from Tails being introduced from the Sonic the Two game. Yeah,
bro. Yeah, it's funny you brought up the movie.
right.
Like when they first um put the trailer out for the first Sonic, yo, this how powerful the internet is. Like, yo, you remember the first like original
Ooh,
like trailer for Sonic? Like the
what
first design.
the
Yo, this
design
how
his
powerful
face?
the internet is.
My
People
gosh.
bullied Paramount to change Big Sonic. Yo, Sonic was yo, yo, Sonic
Oh,
was so bugged out.
it
Like,
was not looking like the hedgehog that we grew up with.
like
That was
it was
something
like
else.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yo, looking like Flapper the Fox.
Yeah. I no. I can get what Paramount were trying to do. They wanted
Yeah,
to kind of blend him that he was more in a live action, like he was a creature. like it's a creature live action, and they didn't want to do that Roger Rabbit Space Jam type of blended animated characters, and I get that, but it did not work.
No, nah, man, we bullied. No, I think that was the first time we ever like made like the film directors or
the ones in charge. Man, they had to reshoot and they had to. Oh my gosh! Yeah, so it got delayed. Oh, like that first Sonic was supposed to come earlier, but because of the reaction from like the fans, they had to go back to the drawing board.
We're not accepting that.
We're not doing this. No. I remember this is off key. I remember in Barbershop too when they do a flashback of Cedric when he's working for and he's like no.
Like
no.
I wish my cousin Ray was here.
Ray's here. No.
It's funny. Cedric was trying to teach Avant how to sing. Like, yo, Avant was like a top tier singer.
Yeah. And shout out to Cedric the Entertainer, man. Giving us much laughs from the Steve Harvey Show and Barbershop series.
Yeah, Cedric was hilarious.
Yeah.
In the barbershop too.
100%. Yes. Oh my gosh. But yes. But so back onto back into the consoles, like Sega and Super Nintendo, of course Sonic and Mario was like the mascot for them. What other games do you were on like your library for the Sega and even your sister's Super NES?
Oh yeah. So on my Sega, I remember I had, the first three Sonic, and I think I had a random Pac-Man game.
Okay.
A random Pac-Man game. I had a Tiny Toons event. Tiny Toons event.
I used to watch the show. Warner Brothers.
Tiny Toons. That's a dope show. Dope cartoon. Cause I used to like rent a lot of video games, so
the days of Blockbuster.
I had I don't think I had a Mortal Kombat game. I know that was later, but we'll talk about Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go to that. Talk about that.
That's
cool. Right. So, but
I just had a lot of random games for this Sega. Then, as far as like Nintendo, my sister, she had the Super Mario, the one with Yoshi.
I think that Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2 or 1.
Probably one of the best games ever.
Oh man,
next to Super Mario 3.
Yeah. Excellent game, honestly. Yeah, the power to the ability to ride on Yoshi, and they gave Mario the cape so you can now like fly like Superman.
Man, I've been seeing videos on TikTok like, people playing that game. Like, I've never been to that level before. Like that level was hard as hell.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, ain't no way I can defeat that level. Like, gamers.
These gamers, honestly. I mean. They like down, but like we had difficult times when we always talked about this. Like we didn't have the luxury of we could check a tutorial on YouTube. Like if we got lost in the game or we need to beat a boss to get past, we couldn't like watch some tutorial. We had to find a way. There was no information in the instruction booklet in there.
Bro, I remember since we're kind of like talked about Sonic a little bit, man. One of the hardest games I ever played. Between Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, they came up with this game called Sonic Spinball.
Okay, I know this. I haven't played it, but I know this.
Whoever created that game, go drink some peroxide, because that game was trash and hard at the same time.
Okay, right. It wasn't even that great.
No, because I can't even get past the first level.
Oh man, I used to see this all the time.
Yeah, Yeah, people say that game was like one of the worst Sonic games ever. Like,
oh gosh, right, man. So we went like off the ranking of the Sonic games, 1, 2, 3. It was
right.
the lowest. Oh my god, yeah. So man. So wait, but like GQ, similar. Me and my younger brother, we both had we had bunk beds. I'm gonna share with you. We had bunk beds, so we had Sega Mega Drive and Sonic connected into our old JVC television that weighed maybe 50 pounds. So we had this, and the other games we had Streets of Rage. I wonder if you played this. It's like a
remember that arcade?
Whoa, man! When you're talking about like slamming music in Sonic, man, the choose Streets of Rage was
right.
Great. It's like this underground New York City type of vibe, and then just like finding random guys like as a side side scrolling and you could play with two. It's a multiplayer game. So that and Sonic, bro, played all the way into the night. Wake up in the morning and put it on again.
Oh yeah, like great memories. Like for me, like I used to go to my cousin's house. Shout out to Sierra and D'Angelo. I used to go over their house. Like they had the PlayStation, they had the 64. And we used to just play all the time, like all night. Like because I had the PlayStation 1, and he had like NFL Blitz and Spiral. And those are just like I said in every like Retro Brothers episode, like you just gotta be there. Like as a 90s kid,
and it was spoiled for choice. There was so much variety, honestly.
Right.
Like you weren't really losing out if you just had Sega or you just had Super Nintendo, because they all had their exclusive great games, and they had the games you could play on multi console. So they would be available for both on there. Yeah, excellent. All right, so I just sprang to my mind. Of course, you had the video game home consoles. How was it for you, GQ Jamal, with the handheld? Because the Game Boy at this time.
I was just about to go into that. Of course, we had the Sega and the Super Nintendo. Bro, I had my first handheld game was the Game Boy, like the original Game Boy.
Oh, the gray brick one. Yep.
It had that. Then Game Boy Color. I had, of course, I had the Mario games and bro, Pokemon Red and Blue, Pokemon Yellow. Oof. So much memory, so much nostalgic with those games. I have some stories about that.
Oh man, we're gonna hear, man. We're gonna hear. Oh man, and folks, everyone who's been keeping up with the Retro Brothers, still keep continuing. Follow us both on YouTube. We have mentioned Pokemon, the impact of Pokemon in our other videos and in our other recordings. It was a phenomenon at this time. Probably seemed like nothing before. The impact of these Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow. Those three games, iconic.
Yeah, those three games stood America by storm. Like 1998, man, that was that year. Pokemon took over the state.
Yeah.
Like I think I watched the show first.
Okay, sure.
Then I got the games later. Like, so I just remember getting. I think I got Pokemon Red first.
Okay.
I tried to get Pokemon Blue, but yeah. At first, playing that game was hard because I'm like, this is 1998. I'm like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah, same.
So I'm just going in like. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you just walk into the wild and there's a wild around Rattata around
Wow, Rattata,
yes. Oh my gosh. Pidgey. Oh, Pidgey used to be my enemy. I couldn't get past it for a while. The Sparrow, I think Sparrow was there as well.
Oh, Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember just playing that. I used to always start off with either Squirtle or Bulbasaur.
Right.
Mainly Squirtle, because Squirtle is probably one of my favorite like starters.
Okay,
I
sure.
just love him on the anime too. Like he had the shades, the
Yes.
Squirtle Squad. And Squirtle was like one of the original like gang member Pokemon
Yeah, he's an OG. It's
from
a
the
good
anime.
shout out to
Yeah,
Squirtle, man. Like,
yeah,
ooh,
Squirtle.
yeah.
Yeah, he started off in the streets. And now he's a
Yeah,
firefighter.
he's a fire.
That one, attitude. Yeah,
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 Ash's lineup was. I love Ash's lineup.
yeah.
Pokemon. Yeah, Pikachu, Charizard. What else do we have?
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah,
Charmander, Moses to Charizard. Yes, on there, man. Yeah, even now I'm just reminiscing of the series
right,
because it was so good, and it keeps saying, you just said it, you had to beat it. To have that
right.
game, and it was still showing live new episodes of the series. It was like,
Yeah,
oh man,
yeah.
yeah. Think of that time of that. You got the game and the TV series at the same
Yeah,
time. Legendary.
because usually when the saga ends, they put out the game to
Yeah,
get ready for the next saga
exactly. Yeah.
series.
So it was great. Yeah, so Pokemon definitely was a big part. And of course, the handheld console. Just like you, Chico, I had the original brick Game Boy. And same, I had Pokemon. First one I got was Pokemon Blue. Then I got Yellow.
Right.
And yes, I remember that day because I I remember I got 20. This is 20 pounds back in England,
Yeah.
UK, and I went to the store by myself, and I was very. I at this time you guys said I was like 8 or 9. I'm walking into the store with this like 20 notes,
Yeah.
bills, and I'm like looking left and right, like Martin when he's in that job. I was like, yo, what's up? What's up? Man, yeah, I ain't got time to deal with Richard Raunchy over here.
Looking like shit, Kelly over there.
Kelly, like, yo,
Yo,
that,
Myron could have not like keep it under control.
here we go. Oh man, it was. Oh my god. Well, this is what I'm talking about the relativity, why it relates. That's how it was like when I went to get the Pokemon Yellow game. Like the guy was just asking, "What you mean? You need Pokemon? Yeah, I need Pokemon. I got the cash." Boom,
Right.
went on the table. But the guy at the counter, he was just surprised, like how a young kid was able to get 20, like enough to pay for that game. And I was like, you don't know RichManZ is here? I wasn't calling myself up. You don't know RichManZ? You don't know RichManZ? Yeah, man. The rich team, man. I updated the wallet since 99.
I updated the wallet.
Solid, yeah.
I got my paper right.
I got my paper right.
Exactly. I got some stories about Pokemon Blue and Yellow. For those who don't know, man, I was like 8 or 9. So those who are listening to this podcast, so like I think I shared it on my on our Pokemon review.
Okay, yeah.
This is 1999. I already have Pokemon Red, so I want to get Pokemon Blue. So me and my grandma take me to the mall, Merlehead Mall, for those who are in Des Moines, Iowa.
Sure.
There used to be this store called KB Stores.
KB Store.
And I'm like, Grandma, like you take me to the mall if I can get Pokemon Blue, like rest in peace to my grandma.
Right.
So yeah. So she takes me to the mall. I'm like excited. Keep in mind, this is 8-year-old me, only had $3. Pokemon Blue at the time cost like $30.
30. Yeah. Even back in Europe.
Yeah. You know me, hard-headed kid. Just like, man, I got enough money to get this game. And grandma's trying to like put some sense in my head, like, you don't have enough. Like,
right.
And I'm like, I'm gonna get it anyway, so we go to the store, go up to the cashier, like one of those workers, like, hey, can I get Pokemon Blue? So he scans the game, like, it's like $33. I'm like, here, like me, I showed them the $3. Like, here you go. Like, I'm sorry you don't have enough money. I'm like, bro, that was like the
Uh,
saddest day ever. Like,
oh my
yo,
gosh. Yeah. We gotta we to everyone listening, we gotta take some L's sometimes to get those
right,
W's, right?
I took that L, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, eventually, later in life, I got
Yes.
Pokemon Blue, man. Pokemon Yellow was like one of the hardest games
Oh man.
ever to play.
Gentlemen, yeah, because
Cause
they based it more on the show, isn't it? Like the yellow was
right,
like
bro.
based on what we were watching at this time.
Yeah, because you start off with Pikachu,
Yeah.
then
Mm-hmm.
like you can get past Brock, like
Oh
Geodude
man.
and Onyx,
Right, Geodude and Onyx, man. They oh gosh, yeah, tough times, man. Tough
right?
times,
You can't
yeah.
even get Venusaur at that moment, at that point,
Yeah.
because you gotta like
Yeah.
battle. You gotta get past the mission to get Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
But yeah, like how you gonna beat Brock? Like I believe that
Countless,
took like 3 hours
3 hours for
to
that.
beat
Countless
Brock.
times you gotta go
Yeah,
back. Yeah, I remember Brock and Misty, the first two gym leaders on this time. Yeah. Ooh, still coming back. Yeah, but you have to be there. You have to be there. So yeah, Pokemon definitely. On the handheld consoles, yeah, the Game Boy. What did you think, GQ, of the? Because they had Game Boy, then they had many renditions after they
yeah,
had Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I had the Game Boy Advance. I had
Exactly.
the SP. I think that's what it's called.
I had
Like
that, like that, the flip,
the flip,
yeah,
the Boost Mobile flip.
it was like, phew, it just came up.
Yep, I had that, and I think the last Game Boy I had was probably the
That one,
Game Boy
right?
SP.
Yeah, yeah, Advanced SP. I remember my younger brother. He had the DDS. That was the one. I think it was. Yeah, it was like after SP, Nintendo DS. But this is when I think not too many like that. There was that time GQ where everyone had a handheld console. Around when like PSP came out, most people were playing it like that. I'm just keeping it real. Keeping it real at this time.
And the PSP.
Yeah.
My nephew had a PSP.
Right. I never got into it. I'm just being honest. Like maybe it was just after. When Game Boy was out, I was like, I gotta get it. Like even when I saw SP, gotta get it. I saw PSP and it was just like,
But yeah, it's nothing like PlayStation, man.
yeah.
Like the regular PlayStation.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. So of course, as you mentioned, yeah, Pokemon definitely. Talk about like the phenomenon that was in the 90s everywhere. GQ alluded earlier to Mortal Kombat, which came out in 90, early, I think it was either Y1 or 92. Yeah. That came out. Tell them, GQ, Mortal Kombat, finish her. Fatality.
You got the random the oopsie guy coming out.
Yeah, I never got that until later. That I was one of the developers at Midway. The ones who.
Hey man,
who is this random white guy?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, he scared me as a kid. Like there was a point where I did not want to play the game because I did not want him to pop out. Because my cousin used to play the game.
Right.
And I'm like, I always be like closing my eyes because I don't want him to like pop up. But now as an adult, I'm like, I was scared of that. Like, man, white guy just.
Yeah, I was like, I just didn't get. I used to think it was like a glitch or maybe
nah.
But do you like how many hours did you spend on Mortal Kombat, bro? And how much time did you spend playing Mortal Kombat? Like playing it with like friends, playing it with your sister. How was it like?
Oh man, Mortal Kombat was just that game. Like it separated the boys from the men. Mortal Kombat, like my favorite Mortal Kombat was number 3.
Number 3, yeah, that was
Ultimate 3.
Ultimate, yeah.
And there was a trilogy too, but the trilogy, yeah, I love the trilogy.
Yeah, trilogy was great.
Yeah, that was just a great game. Like I just love playing like Sub-Zero, Scorpion,
Yeah. Oh,
Reptile,
the characters.
Rain.
Yeah. Scorpion. Rain. Oh, Rain. He was the shit. He was the shit. I was gonna say he was the shit. You
Yeah.
would have called that. Man, he did that like sort of like Hadouken, and you like breeze, and you could uppercut them to the next
Right.
one. Rain. Rain. New Cyborg. I don't know if you remember.
Oh
New
yeah.
Cyborg. Oh man. Those were. I loved how in those games GQ that all of like the ninjas they basically look like each other, like Reptile, Ermac, Noob, Smoke,
Yeah,
Sub-Zero, Scorpion.
those
Yeah.
early games, like,
Oh, they could really fuck you up if you play them on
bro,
the hardest difficulty.
bro,
Man,
they, especially playing the last two,
mm,
like going against the last two,
last
it was
one, yeah.
Marple or I
Yeah,
forgot.
maybe yeah. This is when the first when you go into the arcade mode, and they
Oh
got
yeah,
no vibes, and they got I think an expert or different challenges. You play that last one, I'm telling you, maybe even Striker is gonna give you problems like
right,
Volcano. What
right. Man,
difficult.
it's interesting you brought up the arcade, man. What was
Yeah.
your experience like going to the arcade?
Oh,
Like your
it,
first impression?
man, it was packed in there. Going
Yeah,
to those arcades on Saturdays, even on Sunday, you had a
yo,
line waiting. What they would do, GQ, they would do
yeah,
winner stay on. So like one would just
right,
stay on, and it's like until you defeat him, then the next person will come in and stay.
right,
So and after we would all check our scores at the
right.
end. But it was an experience. It was that and Street Fighter 2 because they came out at the same time. They had one
Yeah,
arcade in Street for MK and one for Street Fighter,
the
and these were the
Hadouken.
yeah, you get Hadouken, then you hear him finish him on the other side.
Right. Man,
Yeah.
yo, arcades were just fun. Like as
Oh
a
man.
kid, man,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
playing Mortal Kombat, Street
Mhm.
Fighter, just amazing games. And they had like DDR. That like, yeah,
Oh yes.
I'm telling you, the late '90s, early 2000s. That's when arcade was at its peak.
At peak,
Yeah,
top of the mountain at the
right.
time. So many
Especially
different
when you go
games.
at night, like on
Yeah.
like you said, Friday or Saturday
Yeah,
night.
yeah. I'm at GQ. You know, this is definitely you said one of your favorite films. You remember Juice? When
Yeah,
Tupac and
yeah,
they would keep rolling to the arcade. Picture that scene. That's how it was like in an
right.
arcade I used to go to. Yeah, this is shout out to Wolfenstone Shopping Center. There was an underground arcade. I remember this.
Hey, ours was Laser X.
Yes. All right.
Uh, the lower level at the mall.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure. So yeah, honestly, those were those games at that time. Mortal Kombat. All right. So Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. Which team are you on? Like as
I
you
mean,
said, like Sonic.
I'm
You're
Team
the
Mortal Kombat, man.
all
Team
right,
Mortal
all
Kombat.
right.
Like Street Fighter was
Oh
cool.
yeah,
Like you got the iconic characters like
yeah.
Ryu and Ken and
Right.
Chun Li and I
Yeah.
forgot the green guy.
The Brazil
That
dude, Blanca, the one.
yeah, and the one
Yeah,
with the long legs,
yeah.
like
The Indian, the
yeah, yeah,
Dalfil. Yeah, Yoga
like Street
Fire.
Fighter.
Yeah, Yoga Fire. Oh, I'm dying.
Hey,
Oh man, with that. But yeah, for me, I was at the beginning. I was Mortal Kombat. Like at that time, I was Mortal Kombat. I don't know. There was because we're gonna talk about this, the next generation console. I feel Mortal Kombat suffered big time on the PlayStation 2 and
yo,
Xbox. Yeah, I don't know what happened with these. What was it? It was Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon. These games kind of made me fall out of love with Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter were killing it with their
right,
Street Fighter 4 and PlayStation 3, Street Fighter 4 Strike, which was got a slamming soundtrack to go with it. So I probably today I'm still a Street Fighter, maybe just by but I still can never forget the impact Mortal Kombat. For like a '90s kid, young '90s kid at this time, it was impressive.
Right.
Flawless victory.
Right. Flawless.
Flawless. Yes. Was it friendship again? Yeah. Yeah. Animality. Yes. So I like. Which was your favorite fatality from any character? Brutality. He used to whip the shit out of them like the Elden Ring. Yeah.
I was in my late 20s when I first did a brutality. I thought I was king of the world.
Yeah.
Like, I did it.
I did it. I got it, man.
Yeah, like in my 20s, I probably be like the whole Mortal Kombat, like the original. I'm like, man,
right.
I shouldn't care.
Did you because there was a game that was based on both of them that came out in mid-90s, Killer Instinct. Did you ever play Killer Instinct?
Yeah, I played.
Right.
Not
what did you?
As like Mortal Kombat. But
yeah, it was like
I barely remember killing it.
Remember it? Okay, no, it was like a hybrid in between. Like you could do the brutalities of Mortal Kombat, and you could also do these combos of Street Fighter. And it wasn't as popular as the two, but it has like a cult following. Yeah, that was another game on the list.
There's a lot of games that try to copy the formula of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's one of those when it was popping. This is why I say even if we go back to the movies, when movies like Die Hard, I keep mentioning that Die Hard got released, there was copy after copy. We saw Wesley Snipes in a plane defending it from terrorists. Passenger 57. So many close as well. And so you do another great game which is still gets much accolades even now. NBA Jam that was on SNES and Sega. Tell me about this game.
Another fine memory. Like even when you played on a console or go to arcade, I used to just play. That was like one of my games to play. Like when we go to the arcade, NBA Jam. NBA Jam was just like you just had to be there. It's just like it's like basketball, but it's like it's like street ball kind of like. There's no rules. But of course you got a shot clock violation, but
but it was just that it introduced that whole type of freestyle. Dribbling past someone and even going back to dribbling again.
Right.
Working on that free throw.
It's crazy because Michael Jordan was not in these games.
I was gonna say that. So anyone who I much recommend this. Go watch The Last Dance. It's probably the best documentary you could watch on Netflix. This is Netflix. You gotta pay the Retro Brothers as well for giving you a shout out as well. Yes, put that cash in our pocket.
I want our residuals.
Yes, we want our just due. We want our residuals. Yes. Yeah, but Michael Jordan took an absence from basketball to play baseball around this time, and that's why he's not in officially. Yeah, there's these codes that you can use to kind of get Michael Jordan in the game. I don't know how they did it, but officially he's not in the game.
Right.
Yeah, but it was NBA Jam, just like Mario and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. That was on my list of my library. These games.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think when I did have the 64, because I used to have the 64 when I was like a few years ago. Then I sold it. But I went back to like one of these stores that had like all the retro games. I went back to buy NBA Jam. So that was a fun game to play. And then of course NBA Jam. Then like NBA Live.
NBA Live.
2K. Like, for those who's playing 2K right now, don't act like you was too good to play NBA Live because y'all was playing NBA Live before 2K.
Tell
Yeah, don't act bougie. Like y'all
Don't
was
act
playing
bougie.
NBA Live before y'all playing
Everyone,
2K.
everyone at least who is an NBA, let's say a
Mhm.
basketball holic, fan of basketball had to have played NBA Live
Right.
somewhere, somehow. Yeah, not sure which one is, but everyone has touched
Yeah.
that 100%. Yes, yes, excellent. So that's like the fourth generation, I believe. No, Super Nintendo, Sega, fourth or fifth generation. The next one after like PlayStation, Nintendo 64, and I think
Dreamcast time.
Dreamcast,
Dreamcast
yeah,
was a few years.
few years. So that would have been with, yeah, I think Dreamcast was with PS2, Xbox, and
Yeah.
GameCube. Yeah, yeah. So same again, GameCube. Team PlayStation or Team 64? Nintendo 64.
Bro, because I didn't have PlayStation 1, because
Oh,
I had PlayStation 2, but I was
okay.
still rocking with Nintendo.
Nice.
So I had the 64. I had the
Mm.
64, bro. I had the Donkey Kong edition, the green
Right.
64. My mom bought that for me for Christmas,
Nice.
and we had the Donkey Kong 64 game. I had the
Mm-hmm.
Donkey Kong 64 game. Uh, Pokemon Snap.
Okay, yes. That what was that? Was
The
trash,
game was
yo.
trash. Pokemon Snap and Super Smash Brothers.
Ooh, okay, right. When we're talking about talking about how impactful like Mortal Kombat was, like Super Smash Brothers. That was the first game to include the characters from the other games into one. Never been done before.
Right.
That was impressive. Like, ooh.
That was a fun game.
Yeah.
Super Super Smash Brothers and Pokemon Stadium. Bro, when I seen Pokemon Stadium, hey man, one of the greatest
Man,
64 games of all
video
time.
games of all
I
time.
remember it still to this day, like going to
Right.
Walmart. Remember the demo station?
Yes.
This when you go to the grocery store, when your parents take you to the grocery store,
Right.
the long ass grocery shopping for
Longest
like
grocery store on the
2 hours.
line.
Yeah, I'll go to the demo station. Oh,
Oh, good. No, little man was there last week. He was like, you feeling Retro Brothers season 5? Season 5?
hey,
Oh,
one
my
day
shit.
we're gonna have him do a special appearance.
Oh, we need to do like appearance again, for sure, for sure. That's coming soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was at Walmart.
Mm.
It was at Walmart then I think it was like a Friday night, and I seen um that they had Pokemon Stadium
Okay.
At the demo station. I think this one when it just first came out.
Right, fresh.
Yeah.
It just got released.
Yeah,
Right.
just got released. I'm like, yo, like I fell in love with that game. Like,
Yeah.
I begged my mom to get it. Like,
Oh, okay.
mom, like, can we get it? Like, I'm glad she did.
Oh.
That game just changed my whole life. Like,
Yeah.
that was like one of the funnest games ever.
Yeah. And what was great, as we spoke about Pokemon, the Game Boy, you could connect it. There's a way on the game pack, you could plug in your Pokemon Red.
The pack thing.
Yeah.
I think it was called the Rumble Pack.
Rumble Pack. Yeah, I think it was that.
Yeah, it comes with the game.
Oh my god.
And I think it comes with the game book.
Yes. Instruction, how you connect it, and yeah, honestly.
So yeah, when I first played it, like man, like of course, it was so fun because you could play like different Pokemon, like different, like whether it's a starter or like the last stage, and you could just battle it out, like different like. It was hard. Like some of the matches were hard. Like if you don't play with your like your games, like if you're just using the rentals, like man, I spent
hours on that. Yeah,
hours on that game.
Yeah. There was, I'm sure there was something about the games back in the day. They had this difficulty.
Right.
Not even just Pokemon, but like even other games on N64, like GoldenEye. Perfect Dark, Legend of Zelda, like some of these ones. It used to take a lot of time to progress.
Right. Like, yeah, that game was that game just changed my whole life,
Yeah. Mm.
and then what else? What else did I have on 64? Um, man, I had a lot of games. 64. I can't even think. Oh,
Yeah.
Mario Kart,
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart
Oh yes, of course.
64.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, just a lot of great games from 64. What about you?
Right. So yeah, I didn't have Nintendo 64. I had PlayStation One
Yep.
at the time, and this I'll never forget this day when we got PlayStation One. My dad got me two games that we were way too young to be playing. He got us the first Metal Gear Solid, and he got us Resident Evil 2. Keep in mind that this time I'm like 9 years old.
Right.
I put on Resident Evil 2 and I'm seeing, and I'm seeing this guy shooting zombies, and I'm like, oh my god. We should have been playing it, but for some reason we still wanted to.
Right. Yeah,
So,
yeah, at the arcade.
Yeah, isn't it? So, man, so those are the first two games. PlayStation, especially from having Sega and Super Nintendo before, it was such a big step up to playing these like full the disc. Yeah, so playing these full story games, seeing these cutscenes like from Tekken. We used to bang out Tekken. Oh man, say Eddie Gordo from Brazil.
Yeah, that was my god, bro.
That was my dude.
That was my god.
Oh my god, it's like me. It was like the coolest dude in
the Tiger or the
yes, and Tiger was his alternate costume. It's like you're a tiger. So I used to play, and what was cool is they based a lot of the Tekken characters on real life public figures, like Lei Wulong, based on Jackie Chan, and you had Bruce Lee, played by I think Forrest Law, was in there. So Tekken was definitely one of the games we played the most. Of course, we had Crash Bandicoot, which I appreciate more than Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. I had both of them, and I loved them, but I preferred Super Mario 64 on Nintendo. We'd go to my cousin's house on the weekends, and he had Nintendo, so we got introduced to Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda, and all the wrestling games we used to have, like No Mercy and them.
Then the PlayStation, man, like you gotta like take care of those discs too, because like if you didn't like say you got a scratch game, then for those who have a PlayStation, y'all know if you don't see that second screen, that means that game is scratched. You didn't make it past that white screen. You didn't see that second screen, like bro, that game is done for.
Yeah, folks, if you could see my face, I'm nodding intensely with GQ because this happened to us.
Bro, there's a lot of truth from these stories.
Oh, that white screen GQ Jamal talk where they show Sony Entertainment and the logo. Many occasions, bro.
Oh man. Even when you had the cartridge, the 64 cartridge, Sega cartridge, and Super Nintendo cartridge. Like, there's a thing like when your games don't work, you gotta blow on them cartridge. Like it works. Like okay, like you gotta blow on it once, it don't work. Blow on it again. Like it took me like 5 tries. It took me 5 times like to get that game to work. Yeah. Then you gotta like position the game.
Oh man, get in that right position. What we had to get just to get the game on, man. What we have to go
like
through.
Your headphones, like those.
Yeah, you know when you're trying to put the headphones on the right.
Your headphones like when the left side of your headphones.
Yeah, like you got
work.
we're trying to position it. Yeah, we're trying to position, maybe tilt it just like a little to the left and right. Yeah. We had to deal with these folks, honestly, just to play the game. Right. Frustration. So how did you on PlayStation? It only was like after I got PlayStation, because this was like 96. I remember the PlayStation 1, and I remember I used to keep all the discs in the original packet. Yeah. And then my mom recommended me that I get a wallet. This time not that wallet, but a disc wallet. So we put all the discs, maybe like 20 discs in a wallet. So we take it out, just like I was a CSI. Take it out, put it in, press play and pray. Pray it comes on, it goes to my screen. It was great. It was, you can't forget those times. You can't forget those times. Like, these kids these days don't know the struggle, man. Like, oh gosh. I mean, now the convenience, they can just load it up from the console. Like, they can download the game. Yeah. But like the update's not working. Like they gotta wait for the update. Like, bro, try living in the 90s and the early 2000s when your game doesn't work. Yeah, like you gotta blow on it and kind of like put alcohol on the thing to make it work. Used to use like the I call it like the baby wipe, Yeah, try to wipe it so delicately. It was tough. It was, but we found a way. Yes. And we found a way. We found a way. There gotta be a better way. Yeah. Hey, they don't want to know about the PS2 struggle. Oh my gosh, PS2. Oh man. All right, man. All right. So again, we talked about the step up from PlayStation to N64, PlayStation 9 and 64 from SNES and Mega Drive. How was it for you with PS2, GQ? That first time when you saw that console. That was probably like my favorite like era of like video games. Yeah. Because when I got my PS2, I was like 13, so I was like in middle school. All right. Like 6th grade going 7th grade. Mm-hmm. So like, this was 2003, so the PlayStation 2 already been out for like a couple of years. Like, you know, you gotta wait for that console to like go down a little bit because the original PlayStation was like $300, close to $400. Yeah, at the time. So you gotta wait for that deal. So that promotion. Finally, it was my time to get a PlayStation 2, and my first two games I got was. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai. Okay, and, I had that too. Yeah, the first one. Yeah, you know, NBA 2K3 with Allen Iverson. Yeah, practice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, practice. We're not just talking about practice. Man, we talking about the game, but practice. Right. Yeah. Because already my cousin has a PlayStation, so I always went over to play PlayStation 2. Sure. And I just fell in love with the PlayStation 2, man. That was just my favorite time. That was my favorite era of video games. Like a lot of amazing games. Yeah, man. From like of course, like Tekken series was on there. They had Jack and Daxter. The driving games, Burnout, Gran Turismo, NBA, Live, of course, GTA, of course, man. Like, oh my, look at bro. I can't tell you how long I spent on this Vice City and San Andreas, man. Like going into like CJ from San Andreas. Like, bro, it's crazy how the graphics of those Grand Theft Auto games back then. They watched the GTA 5. Yeah. Now it's crazy how the graphics came a long way. Like a long way. Yeah. Man, step up. Damn. I'm telling you. But I ain't gonna lie. There's a part of me that appreciates the graphics. Like it didn't affect the game. Like when you would see the polygon models and their face would move when they talked.
Bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, no. But you mentioned, would you say GTA was the? Because in a lot of people's list, and you can even check this online. GTA, if it's not the best game on PlayStation 2, it's either the third or second.
Right.
Like for you, GQ, would that be the best game?
People probably put San Andreas is probably like the best game from PS2 because there's a lot of controversy with the Grand Theft Auto games.
Yeah.
Even with Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, like people.
Right. Yeah. Just check that.
Yeah. A lot of controversy. I'm like, bro, like Grand Theft Auto always had controversy, like since day one.
Since the beginning. Yeah. I feel, G, if you've grown up with movies like Menace to Society and Boys and Jews, I think you could have, I say, you already know what you're getting into.
Right.
Yeah. Or even if you're from that area, from the streets, as you said, like, you would appreciate GTA.
Right.
But, yeah, now they're just trying to PC everything. PC.
Everything.
Yeah. So it's there. But yeah, no, I think it was also the most selling. Like a lot of people know this was the best selling game on PlayStation 2, I believe. It was either this or Gran Turismo. That's called like yeah. So yeah. So I like UGQ. I was PlayStation 2. Like that was the console that changed everything. Yeah. Honestly. I had GameCube for a spell. Like it was like a little while just to play Super Smash Brothers Melee and Super Smash Brothers Super Mario Sunshine, and
yeah, I had GameCube too, man.
Yeah. It was decent. It was
good. PS2, man.
No, and
let's not talk about if you don't have the memory card, you just let that system.
Oh man! All right, so you want to talk about stories, GQ, right? So. we got PS2 Christmas of 01.
Yeah.
So I'm like 11 or 12 at this time. We didn't get the memory card till February 2002.
Bro.
So the first game we had, I remember I had SmackDown, the SmackDown game, just bring it, Dynasty Warriors, and we had Mommy Returns with Brendan Fraser and what's his name, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Yeah.
And there's the 3 games. We did not have a memory card. So what we had to do is we had to play the games from early in the morning. Like wake up at 9 and play the game all the way into the evening and just try to get as far as we could and then try it the next day. The memory cards were so expensive, man.
It was, because it was like a good, what, $30?
$30. Yeah. You gotta remember at that time, you spent $300 on that console, and then you got to spend an additional $30 or €30.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get my memory card.
Yeah.
Probably like months later.
That's what you're saying. Yeah. I think a lot of people are in this position. Like they either didn't get the memory card, or they only could get one controller.
That was the struggle. Yeah.
The struggle is real, man.
Hey, them memory cards is nothing but flash drives.
Flash drives. That's all it was. What was it? 8 megabytes, wasn't it?
Even with the link cables from the Game Boy, it was nothing but USB cords. USB
cords that we use now. Can get it from the dollar store. Like,
hey, bro. So back then they were taxing on those items, man. Like, ain't no way a memory card should be $20.
20, yeah, not even 15.
Right.
Bro, yeah, because if you think about it, we just used it for the game. Now they have storage for you can put movies, you can put music, you can put these 4K photos. We were just putting save files of the game, and he said 30.
But now, like, it's crazy when you go back in time. Like, when you go back and think about it, like the games. Do you think the games were a lot cheaper back then compared to now? Because now, they're trying to. Now it's like what, $60 to play a regular
$60.
game.
Yeah, yeah,
Now back then
yeah.
it was like a good $20,
$20. Yeah.
$30.
Now it's interesting you say that. While I was in the States, I passed into GameStop.
Yeah,
I was just walked in, not to get anything, just to browse, and I saw these Nintendo Switch for like $54.99 and 50. I was like, huh. So I was thinking it would be less, but it probably is maybe more expensive. But well, keep in mind though, I do remember GoldenEye from N64 back in the day. It had to be like $50
yeah,
when it just came out on Nintendo 64. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's still costly now. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So, yeah, but yeah, PlayStation 2 is, I think honestly of all the consoles I've played from SNES, the Game Boy, even PlayStation 3 after, I think PlayStation 2 was the special one.
Right.
Yeah, hours, bro. Hours.
That was just a great moment in time. Not
Yeah.
like PlayStation 2 era, not just for
Yeah.
like PlayStation, just like music,
Music.
pop
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
That era was just
Yeah.
probably like last of the like golden.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. We definitely, me and GQ, we did an excellent video on this when we talked about the 90s to 2000s,
Yeah.
2010s, and 2000s was again a slamming golden era, man, with the movies, the music, that fashion style of the 50 Cent comes to mind, and the do rags and like
right.
I love that time, honestly. Sometimes it gets lost. We talk about the 90s, but 2000s was boom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Underrated.
So, very underrated. Very. So I think for a lot of people, this is the last one. Like, what was your experience with like PlayStation 3, Xbox 360? What was the other one? Nintendo Wii.
Oh,
what was how was that for you?
So I had the 360. 360. That was a good system. Like that's when, because I was Team PlayStation, then I switched over to Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cool for what it was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously after the 360, I had the Xbox One. That's the like first system I bought with my own money. Xbox One,
nice.
like because Xbox One came out when I was like in my early 20s, mid 20s, and that's when I like start buying stuff on my own.
Right.
I bought the Xbox One.
Excellent. Yeah, at that time. Yeah, it's similar as well. Yeah, I got PlayStation 3. Yes, maybe 20 years old. I just started working at like Foot Locker. I was like working in something like this. Yeah, back in there. Similar to that. So yeah. Oh my God, man! Like. Shay, those checks are very nice at the end of the month, bro. So I would say, man, I remember when I got that PlayStation 3. I will say, as much as I love the games, I loved it. It was a media drive. Like, I had plenty DVDs at this time. This was like the last of that era. So it was nice where I could play, like GTA 4 or NBA, and then I could play barbershop after and just watch it before I go to bed.
If you didn't know, you can play DVDs on the PS2.
Yes, of course. What I meant to say was that I could save it. It was that's what I meant to say. Yeah. On that one, it could save onto because the hard drive I had, I think it was like 60 gigs on there, so you could have that disk and then save the file on there. So you didn't have to put it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yes. Well, yeah, you're right. Having to watch, being able to watch like DVDs and listen to music on there, it was such a powerful system on there. Yes, perfect. So PS3, you had 360. What about Nintendo Wii?
My oldest nephew, he had the Wii. So me and him, we were like going at it. We were going like playing boxing, playing bowling, tennis.
Mm.
But after a while, it got old after a while.
After a while, pretty quick. Yeah,
I think it's a good console to play with friends.
Right.
You know, but if you're gonna buy it for yourself,
yeah.
Same with Nintendo Switch. Like, you want to hook it up to your TV, because I had the Nintendo Switch, and I just got bored after a while.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer type of console that if you're just looking to do it by yourself, it's not the same as that. Yeah, so I think the next generation is what we're on now, is like PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. I believe those one. Like UGQ, like, did you have any of these newer?
Yeah, I had I had the Xbox One.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the system that I bought with my own, first bought with my own money.
Right.
Man, huge step up from Xbox 360. Graphics were amazing. Then you can like go on YouTube. Then you can go. They started like having all these apps onto the console. So that was cool. Then, because I got rid of that, and now I got PS5. So.
Oh, nice.
I've been flip flopping consoles, y'all. My bad.
Yes, hey, it's gonna be done.
Flip flopping brains.
It's gonna be done. Yeah.
PS5, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, I was like you. I had PS4. That was the. Oh my gosh, yeah. PS4 is actually a big deal for me because I got this. This was 2014.
Yeah.
2014, 2015, and I remember that at the beginning you couldn't play the PS3 games in the PS4.
Right.
So I had all these PS3 discs and I couldn't play it. So I was pissed. I was like, why did I sold my PS3 GQ to get PS4, and I just had this library of these games, and I was like, wow, let's start fresh. So it wasn't my it wasn't the most great time having PlayStation 4. It kind of got me out of the gaming. Right. Yeah, that was the console. And since then, I haven't got any console, bro. Since PS4.
Like,
nothing.
Same with me. Like, at one point, like, during my adult years, I stopped playing games, you know. Then I just got back to playing games, like, here and there. Like, because before that, I was Team Xbox, and my wife, she got me. Everyone in the house, they got PS5, and finally, you know, I joined the team. Like, okay, let me get a PS5. So the whole house got a PS5. So
if you can't beat them, join them.
Join them. So so we all Team PlayStation.
Team PlayStation. Yeah. Team Sony, man. That's
PlayStation house.
PS crew.
PS crew. Yo, I bet you Sony will pop. Hey, Sony, if y'all thinking about creating a console called PS Crew, we want our residuals.
We want our
cut us a check.
You cut us a check. Right, so you send that. You cut us a check. Like, Richard, you Jamal. Cut us that check. We've been following you all the way back from 1996. We deserve our residuals, man.
All the games you bought y'all. From y'all. The memory cards,
Memory cards,
overpriced memory cards.
The second DualShock 2 controller. The Modi. Oh, how could I forget? The PlayStation, they only had 2 slots. So if I had one of my boys come over, we had to get that Modi tab.
Yeah.
I said, a lot of money went into their pockets, man. A lot of
pain and suffering.
A lot of pain and suffering. Yeah. A lot of struggle.
Yeah. Lots of games through the controller.
Through the controller. Like,
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Those games, man. Like, man.
Some of those
Well,
games,
90s kids have some anger issues because of the
angry.
game
Yeah.
consoles, bro.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I had at least broken two gaming pads, yeah, in my day. Yeah. Oh my gosh,
A lot of
yeah.
kids with those walls, bro.
A lot of dents. You know, if I go back to my old bedroom, I probably can see those dents.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's not easy. But at that time, it just felt the gaming was just so ingrained in you. Like, I mean, it meant something. Like, if I lose this, man, I'm taking the L in general.
Right,
You
bro.
know?
I know. I just thought of something before. We got the topic of like Blockbuster.
Oh, ooh, man.
Blockbuster, bro. Like,
Mm.
yeah, that's just another time you just had to be there. Like
Mm.
going to Blockbuster on Friday night,
Oh,
bro.
man.
In
Yeah.
Iowa, there's either two. Like, there's
Mm.
two stores, either Blockbuster or Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video is
Right.
like the hood version of Blockbuster. we Hollywood Video was us
All
was
right.
us.
Right, right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just another time. Like,
Yeah.
you just had to be there. Like,
Oh, man.
going to the Blockbuster on a Friday night,
Mm.
getting your favorite, like when your favorite movie comes out on
Yeah.
VHS or
VHS.
DVD,
Ooh.
or in the games too. Like,
Yeah. Big deal. Yeah, going there, I said you could. I mean, but some of the best moments when I go there with my family and just we would rent. I'm a big Space Jam fan, so I remember renting Space Jam, and then you could get. There was a Looney Tunes game on PlayStation. It was like 3D, as all the games were. So we used to rent that and Space Jam for Friday, Saturday, returning back on Sunday. Yeah.
hey, y'all remember the 2-day riddles, the 5-day riddles?
Friday Reynolds, yeah. We couldn't afford. I'm
The
gonna keep
5-day
it.
riddle, but
We
they only
couldn't
had
get the
the
Friday. 2 days.
the 2-day riddle.
Yeah.
Bro.
I was like, why? This how you play us? Shut up, play us. Yeah.
I know y'all got more in the stock, man, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, oh man, Blockbuster. This again, I'm thinking of just the blue, the yellow.
Yeah.
Like, you go inside, you see the whole sections of the comedy, action section, the gaming, music.
Yeah.
Great time.
Just have to be there, guys. That was just a great era.
Yeah. Big part of the gaming nostalgia, gaming in the 90s and 2000s. Yeah, man, so perfect. Yeah. So, what do you think, GQ? Actually, what do you think on gaming like now? Like, even like your family, man. What is your youngins think of like how gaming is today compared to our era? Yeah.
It's like my little boys, like they love gaming. Like, they love coming home just to play games. Like, they're big Fortnite heads. So they love Fortnite. Yeah. So
taking over
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It just brings me back to like the days where we used to play video games.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they get mad if they, the Fortnite has to like update, bro. I'm like, thinking to myself, like, man, y'all would not like growing up in the 90s. Worse.
We had the word.
Like, y'all got internet. Like, we didn't have internet. We had dial-up. Like, I don't know how we.
Yeah.
But then again, like, we had the best of both worlds, though.
Yeah.
So, honestly, like, you can't knock the newer generation.
Yeah. I know. There's always the pros and cons, as you mentioned it as well. So it's just again different generations, but we all got the good and bad from it. Yeah, but I really love the games from like the 90s period. I think those are the ones that I could still slot in and play. Mario Kart, as you mentioned, Super Mario 64, Resident Evil, Tekken, like these are games. When I do get a new console and I start my family, I would love to just get these. Yo, this is what your pops was playing back in the 90s. Second.
But I will appreciate like okay, the games that are out now, like you could do more after you beat the whole like game.
Yeah.
Like if you beat okay, go back to the 90s. If you beat Sonic, like you like that's it. Like that's
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah. It used to be a big like if you yeah, I mean those games like we mentioned Mortal Kombat, if you beat like the hardest where you unlock like one of the characters or you unlock a new stage on there. So and I know they had cheat codes which I even missed. We remember those, man. Those magazines. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they didn't have no. In some of these games, like back then, they didn't have no save game. Like you got to beat it on your first try. Like
your first try. Yeah.
After that, that's it.
Yeah. So it was. I do feel they were difficult more then. Yeah, but let me ask you: do you think there are more gamers now than there was back in the day, or do you think they've decreased?
Are there more gamers now?
More gamers now, like
definitely more gamers now because that's how you get paid. Like these gamers, they get paid for playing the game.
I was saying, yeah, Twitch.
And I know there's a lot of flash like guys playing video games.
Yeah, well, that's why I even say this because as a back in the 90s at that time, it was always seen uncool to be like, oh, you play games or you watch comic books or you read comic books or you watch animated shows. Then that was as a kid, but now even that thing still goes. Like someone who's just playing games in their basement. They might get paid.
Like you getting paid for the stuff I like doing. Like
I'm telling you.
Like like, and I just hate seeing these prank videos like girls turning off their boyfriend, like deleting their boyfriend's
their account, their
And
they
get mad because they put in all this work. And they get paid for this stuff, and then they just want to like just do it to prove a point, like.
No, if I invested that much time, I'd probably be switching too. I'd be pissed.
Oh man,
I can get their emotion.
These videos, like man, like just let that man play video games. Like,
honestly, he ain't hurting no one. Like, that's the way it's gonna do. Like, I don't think. I do believe there is gaming addiction. Like, I can speak even from to an extent. I do think there is there, but I think it's just always balanced.
Right. Same like with us, like we're doing YouTube, like there's balance. Like
that's it. Yeah, we got times where we can make our content, and other times where we just we do our stuff that we usually do, our hobbies and our interests. So I think I when you said that, like playing games as an adult, believe me, if I had a sexy PlayStation 5 next to me, I'd play it now. I'd play it if I had that now.
I play it on my free time, like I gotta make sure everyone's everyone's happy at home. Then when I have like time for myself, I'll play it maybe good 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Like I don't play for like numerous hours.
No. Many times. I was even watching Ice-T. He plays Xbox and he's in his I think he's in his 60s now. So he still plays Xbox. If Ice-T can play it, the retro bros can play. And he's what? Yes. All right. So you could. How do you want to do it? Do you want to go through like top video games or like best moments from video games?
Yeah. Yeah. It's totally up to you.
Right. I would suggest
Moment or
maybe moments, or we could do moments from each maybe generation of it, rather, because I think it'd be very broad to just do the whole. If we say best games, that's so many.
right.
Not fair. Yeah, yeah. So what if we say start off from the generation that we grew up with, SNES, Mega Drive, Game Boy. Like, what would be your most notable moments from this era?
Generation.
Yeah.
I would say for me, Sega Genesis, because I love Super Nintendo, but Genesis was my first console, so there's like a lot of memories from Sonic to Mortal Kombat to there's like a random Simpsons game I used to play, The Lion King, Aladdin.
Aladdin! Shout out to Aladdin. I had this game too.
Yeah, there was just a lot of fun games from Sega Genesis, and just a lot of like fun memories from that. So Sega Genesis is on my top memory, and then we're going down to like second generation, like 64, PlayStation. 64, because there's a lot of fun games that I played, from Pokemon Stadium to Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, what else? GoldenEye.
Oh yeah.
Ready to Rumble. No Mercy. Yeah, there are just a lot of fun games that I played, and yeah, I love the PlayStation, like the original PlayStation, because I always went over to my cousin's house, play his PlayStation, NFL Blitz. So, but yeah, 64, I'll choose that, and we'll go down to like the 2000s there, like the PlayStation 2. Of course, PlayStation 2, hands down. It got to be on my top.
Yeah.
A lot of memories. That era, that whole 2001 to 2005 era just was like the last of the golden
generation, as you say, golden age. Yeah.
Right. And that would actually be on my top.
Right.
And then Xbox 360 was one of my favorite moments. That was probably like the last time I ever like played video games consistently, because that came out before I graduated. So, and then of course, like I played PS5 and Xbox One.
Right.
Five.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Oh, excellent list. Yeah. So, from my like moments, if we start, from SNES, Mega Drive, and like the Game Boy, I'd probably say, it's tough when you think about it. Mario, I think, as much as I love Sonic, like the Mario game, bro, that was, again, the one we spent the most long on, playing Mario Brothers 1, 2, then Super Mario Bros. 3, then Mario World of Yoshi. So much memories.
Mario movie.
Mario and the Mario movie. I I was such a fan of watching the Mario movie. I actually went back and watched the one in 1993, and that movie is trash. I'm just gonna keep it 100. It's trash, but I can enjoy it just being a Mario fan and being a fan of New York, because it's set in Brooklyn. So I just love it from that. But it's garbage. Garbage. Yeah, garbage. So definitely Mario from those consoles, definitely on the top. Moving on to the PlayStation, Nintendo 64. Man, not and you just mentioned it earlier. It probably would be either the GoldenEye game or the No Mercy WWF games. Because when when that came out, those WWE games, I was watching like The Rock for the first time and Steve Austin and Triple H. So it was cool. Again, you're watching WWE and playing the games, and you can make those matches. So man, WWF No Mercy. Whew, man, a lot of great memories from that. So that would be my favorite from that generation. PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. Oh man, it's either GTA San Andreas, or Super Smash Brothers Melee on the GameCube. As I mentioned it earlier, I had PS2. I had for its whole run. I stayed for every season of PlayStation 2, so I had that. GameCube, I had always for a spell. Like I'd buy it and I'd take it back. I'd buy it again and I'd take it back. And the reason I kept getting it was just for these exclusive titles. GQ, like Super Smash Bros. Melee. They had Metroid Prime. They had F-Zero, the Legend of Zelda games, some wrestling games. So I like Nintendo GameCube just for those games. So 100%, yeah. The Super Smash Bros. Melee, that was definitely the most game me and my friends used to play around this time, and of course GTA. Then if we go to the next one, like PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Wii. PlayStation 3, the most game I was playing, may have been. Okay, I know what it is. It was a horror game. It's called Dead Space. I don't know if you ever played this GQ, Dead Space. Right? It's like Resident Evil, but it's set in space. Probably the most terrifying game ever. Like, if any people like horror. Why I know this game so much, because I had that moment when the den got into the wall. I was not progressing, and in my anger, that DualShock 3, run free, the joypad, I got that and I swung that like a boomerang. I went, ah!
That one video game. That one video game, man.
Man. Yeah. So with that, then I mean, this is where like I started to get away. That time of PS4, Xbox One, I don't even know the Nintendo One. Like I was not playing. It was probably just some NBA games or the FIFA games. The EA Sports titles. That's the only ones I was playing, because I started to kind of get away from like invested, and I was working full time when these consoles came, so I wasn't playing it then. PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox, I never owned up until now. Yeah, that would be my like top moments from game history.
Cool. One more question.
Yeah.
What is the worst game you ever played? Trash game of all time?
There's been many.
I got mine. I got mine.
There's many, man. I could even do a list on that. You might. Okay, the most trash game. Oh man! All right, no, and I hate this because I'm a Batman fan. Oh my gosh, yeah, it has to be. There was a game for GameCube and Xbox. It's called Batman Dark Tomorrow. This game. It had so much bugs.
Yeah.
Terrible gameplay, and just like some wonky cameras. When I mean wonky, like you would go into a room and the camera faces that way, so you couldn't see if someone's trying to fight you.
Right.
So it was, so that 100%, and it will come to my mind. Batman Dark Tomorrow, folks. Search that up on Google. You will know what I'm talking about. For GameCube and Xbox. Xbox One, the original Xbox and Nintendo GameCube.
And
Sure.
I already said this earlier in the episode. Like Sonic Spinball was like the worst,
Right.
but for me, out of all time, the worst game ever. And I'm sorry for all you fans that love this game, but
Um,
I'm sorry, y'all. The Sims is trash.
I,
The Sims, the Sims,
I,
Sims
bro.
4, 3,
Yeah,
2, 1.
yeah.
I,
I
yo,
mean, someone says it. Someone is not afraid to say
I'm not.
it.
The Sims is trash. Both.
Just like Seinfeld, that was around this time. I am not a fan of Sims. Uh,
Bro, I get
if y'all got a problem about it, hit the retro brothers up. Please.
right.
You
This
find us.
man is keep them all. Like,
Hit your
bro,
mouth. We are
like,
here.
I am not about to spend hours trying to build a house. Then I'm not about to spend hours on building a house,
In the
making
house.
it luxurious.
Yeah, make you so
Then,
elegant.
okay, then finally my place is all stick together.
Yeah.
Then my players don't want to like get up and go to work or he's too lazy to get up off the bed and go to the
Yeah,
bathroom. I'm like,
that's
okay,
true.
now
Yeah.
my patience is like
It's really drawing
it's
thin.
really like
Yeah.
kicking.
Man.
Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Whew.
like then
Oh man.
you don't want to go get up and go to work and
Yeah.
he want to fix something to
Yeah.
eat.
It's like a
Let
day to
the
day
plate
like
run.
life of them. Yeah. I never. My cousin would bring it over on PC. She had it on PC. So anytime she came back to our house, she would play Sims. Trust me when I tell you, I never got the appeal.
Right.
I just like this is trash. Like I do not need this.
Not for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I know people love The Sims. Like no.
Big fan
Like
base.
I tried buying Sims for like my Xbox One for like
Okay.
$10. I was like, though, $10 I ever spent. I'm like, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Oh, we live and we live and we learn. We live and we learn, bro. Like, yeah. Oh man. Just one of those games. I compare it to Seinfeld. Like, I just feel like I don't know. I just don't get the appeal. Maybe what you something else. Like,
oh man.
Crazy. But yeah, no, I probably would have mentioned that because the only thing I didn't mention is because I just didn't play it. I just saw like this is not for me, homie. Like I ain't gonna play it, so I just stayed far away from the Sims universe.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's not for me.
Oh my gosh, right. So yeah, I mean we've got to wrap it up. GQ. So any final words on like gaming in the past, the present, the future?
Yeah, man. My final words, video games is always gonna be like a part, have like a special place in my heart because all the nostalgia and all like the moments we had with these consoles and the characters, like first playing Sega as a kid, playing Nintendo as a kid, then just seeing the evolution with these characters like Sonic, like Sonic started off with Sega, now like Sega versus Nintendo or Mario, whatever.
Yeah.
And Sonic has his own cartoons, like in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, we've sorry to cut you off, man. We've got to mention that, like, the impact of Sonic and Super Mario cartoon series, and now they get movies even 30 years later. Right?
It's still relevant.
Yeah.
And like going to arcades is just another like fun time. Like you just had to be there. Then going to Blockbuster to like rent your the video games, or
Mm-hmm.
even like going to Walmart or not even Walmart, like GameStop. They have
GameStop.
like sales
Yeah.
stations. Just
Mm-hmm.
see like if you like the game or not. So that was
Mm-hmm.
just like a fun time in like in the
Yeah.
video game.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, like it's like you're never too old to play video games, but there, like you said, there's balance.
Yeah.
Like don't become addicted. Don't become addicted. Like
Yeah.
just um like don't spend too many hours playing video games. Like get out and do be
Yeah,
active.
yeah, man. Go get some fresh air. I mean, like, yeah, there's just
Yeah.
so much to do on the day. Like, gaming can be there. I always use it as a way to just disconnect. Like, if I have it now, as I mentioned, it would just be like, okay, I got some hours to spare. I can just boot it up and play. But yeah, it's not need something you need to be on like all the time.
Same with TV. Same with watching
Yeah,
TV.
same with
Really
television.
anything.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah,
just
yeah. Mm-hmm.
become addicted. Just
Yes, exactly. So
nothing
it's
wrong
all
with
just
playing an hour or two.
yeah,
Really.
yeah, man. We all grew up with those Saturday morning cartoons where we spend
Right.
back then, but now it's like, of course, we've got like other priorities to handle right
Yeah.
there. So perfect. Yeah. So no, excellent, man. That was a great way to close it out. So yes, folks. Again, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Spotify, which is on Spotify. Another episode of the Retro Brothers podcast, which is yes, on Spotify and on YouTube as well. Definitely, they're staying consistent, and yeah, we got more cool episodes such as this one. That's going to be coming very soon. And
Thank you again, guys, for tuning in for another episode of Retro Brothers. We appreciate everyone who tunes in. Appreciate everyone who watches the promo videos. So yeah, we'll say thank you.
Yeah, it's always a joy for us to record these episodes and then hit them up. Yeah, hit it out as well. So yes, check it out. Spotify, YouTube. Check out GQ Jamal's channel on YouTube. He's on Instagram. He's on TikTok. GQ, let them know where they can find you on.
Yeah. Please subscribe to my channel. That's GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell. I do reviews. I do random skits. I do the podcast. Post videos of my life. So yeah, I got a good variety of content. So go check out my channel.
Yeah, perfect.
Also, I'm on TikTok. Hopefully they don't ban TikTok. So
man,
sorry, a bill passed out.
I gotta what is it with them muting all these videos? Like, this is not me complaining and shit, but like, I got videos from like 2 years. They just muted.
Like mute videos. Like I thought they pick and choose. I don't get it. Like even with the algorithm, like how. Anyway, that's a different topic for a different.
That's another. Now we're gonna get onto that another episode.
Right.
So folks, for RichManZ, that's the title on YouTube. Instagram is RichManZ90s. Everything's gonna be in the description below. I'm on TikTok, just like GQ Jamal. And yes, honestly, really thanks for the support on the Retro Brothers podcast on our channel as well. So we appreciate you guys dearly. Excellent. Yeah, so perfect. So you heard the Retro Brothers. I'm RichManZ and
I am GQ Jamal.
Yes, sir. And we are out.
Out. Flawless victory.
Your soul is mine.